And your car is making that weird noise again.
Oh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the security camera. I set off the security camera.
You did.
Yep, I'm going to get me a rubber mallet. But it'll come off. It's just that rubber gasket, it's holding really well. You can see where it's sealed up around the screws too.
Yeah.
So the instant gasket worked real well.
Too bad the rest of it didn't.
Yep.
Alrighty-o. Only you would bring a Kia to a barbecue.
Well, I have to have four-wheel drive tomorrow, and the repaired vacuum worked one day. Once all the mineral oil I used to kind of revive the seals that had leaked out, I no longer had four-wheel drive. I got stuck on a wet slope.
How deep of a slope though? Was it like a 90 degree, 75 degree?
About like that. So it was a pretty decent slope.
Okay, oh, that's not bad.
It was enough that that wheel was slipping and that wheel had good traction. This wheel actually would have had fine traction, but the drive shaft was just spinning on this wheel. So, yep, once all the mineral oil leaked out, it no longer worked. So I've got to go on with that. But the neat thing is, I can show you that you should be able to change this without taking the wheel off.
Or he's going to show us how to take the wheel off. One of the two.
I got to get the hammer again probably, because I sealed this thing on pretty good.
Yeah, remember you didn't want it to leak?
Yep.
And your car is making that weird noise again.
Oh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the security camera. I set off the security camera.
You did.
Yep, I'm going to get me a rubber mallet. But it'll come off. It's just that rubber gasket, it's holding really well. You can see where it's sealed up around the screws too.
Yeah.
So the instant gasket worked real well.
Too bad the rest of it didn't.
Yep. Just had to break the seal loose.
Is the string a part of it?
Yeah, the string, that's the Teflon tape.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you
It
doing that.
made a great seal. This sealed up perfectly. Unfortunately, the rest of it didn't.
Are you sure it's not the Teflon tape that's failed?
No, it's actually the oil all leaked out around these with these two valves here. And I guess once it all leaked out, it wouldn't seal. So it wouldn't make enough vacuum to lock it up.
Ah.
So I'm going to pull it all apart. Hope we can get a proper gasket kit for it and rebuild it.
Yeah. On the Kia parts site, we did see something that we're going to try to order this week or next week. And
another use for a broken screwdriver.
Yep. You know, people have things for that.
I know, but broken screwdriver, multi-use.
As I was saying, once we get that and we get time, we'll get it posted, rebuilding the hub, getting it on there properly, all that jazz.
I'm going to take this apart again. I was an idiot and I put all the screws in.
Yes, you were. But hey, you kept all your screws together.
I didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
And I had to, of course, order more bolts. So, 2 types, because I couldn't verify these. These are the exact same type of putting in the other one. These are a little longer, but I can't verify that they're the right kind of thread.
Ah.
So I just ordered everything. I got more vacuum caps too, but the vacuum's not having a problem, so I'll just leave it hooked up.
Yeah.
So it won't do anything.
Yeah.
And then it's just more of the same.
Yep. I wasn't kidding about barbecuing. I am cooking something on the grill.
I'm trying to get this done before dinner because I got to have four-wheel drive in the morning.
Yeah, he just rolled this thing over here and said, hey, grab the camera.
I've got to fix it now. So I have it tomorrow because my other four-wheel drive is down because it has a flat tire that may or may not ever take air again.
It's 20 or 30-year-old tire. I mean, who knows?
I said it's no more than 20 years.
I mean, come on.
It's from this millennium.
Okay, it's got to be said here. I don't know whose idea or brilliant suggestion to put maple syrup and cinnamon on a pork chop or whatever that is, but we got it from a butcher shop that way. Pre-seasoned pork chops. It tastes like a hot dog.
It's like a hot dog that's going to put maple syrup on it. It's cheap. hot dogs. Someone put maple syrup and cinnamon on.
Yes. He says it tastes like one of the cheap hot dogs. Somebody put maple syrup and cinnamon on it. It tastes like the Gwaltney hot dogs, if y'all remember those things from frickin' Walmart. Gwaltney. No, I won't. I don't. I take that back. I'm not going to insult Gwaltney by comparing them to this. Some of y'all need help. We may actually start a cooking channel. Some of y'all need help. Oh my God, you need help. Jeez. You know what this reminds me of? You remember the World's Worst Chef show we was watching at one time? This reminds me of something they made on week 1.
Because maple syrup, cinnamon, and nutmeg makes a proper marinade.
No, it don't. Oh my God, that's nasty. It's like the aftertaste. The best part of it is the aftertaste keeps growing and growing. It won't go away. It sticks around in your mouth.
You're kind of going, oh, well, it's not very good, but it's not that bad. Then you wait, and every second, it gets worse and worse. It's 5 minutes, and the aftertaste is still getting worse.
Yes. It's like he said, it's like when you first try it, it's not that bad, but the aftertaste keeps getting worse and worse. It's been 5 minutes since we ate it, and it's still getting worse.
He went and got sodas.
Yes, that is why we got these things, to try to wash the flavor out of our mouth.
Oh.
I tell you what it is. It's so bad, I wish I had Jägermeister. I will drink Jägermeister warm and straight right now just to get that flavor out of my damn mouth.
And I have 4-wheel drive.
Hey!
It was quick.
Well,
easy.
3-wheel drive.
Well, what time? Let's see. What time is it?
It is currently 6:45 in the evening, sir.
Okay, I swapped that in about 20 minutes, and that's including going and grabbing stuff and bringing back and having to go fetch a hammer. So that whole swap took maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it's not one of yours if we don't actually have to stop and wait for you to get tools.
Mm-hmm.
I remember on one of the videos we started counting and we lost count how many times you had to do part runs.
Yep.
I think it was for the this vehicle,
yeah,
something on this vehicle. Yeah.
It was when we first started doing the shock ones and we kept counting. You thought it was a good idea to count. You didn't even film all the ones or count all the ones I did without a film, and lost count on the ones you were counting.
I gave up. I was trying to count and I don't know. I gave up. I could not figure it out.
From the pad to the garage and back to the pad, I probably walked 20 miles.
Yeah.
Getting
it's like
parts and tools.
From there to there. Back to there. That's what he was doing.
And I do have an important one for this.
Okay.
These ended up being the perfect size for these on the locking hub. It's 35 millimeter M8 P1.25 hex bolts.
35 millimeter hex bolts M8 P1.25.
35 millimeter.
35 millimeter.
Yep.
Just think of the camera.
That
think
ended
of Kodak.
up being perfect. And I've got 30, 25, I've got a 45 with washers, so they're all mixed up right now, but I finally found the perfect size. And I would go and order more of them and fix it all, but they're all going to hold well enough, and I'd still intend to rebuild these and have automatic locking hubs again.
Yeah, and it does need to be said, since these are manual locking hubs, as soon as you no longer need 4-wheel drive, if you're doing manual hubs on this, get out and put it back in 2-wheel drive. Otherwise, you're going to destroy something.
And you have to plan ahead. Otherwise, you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
If you think you might need 4-wheel drive, you have to get out putting 4-wheel drive.
Yes.
It's actually a site where I started to pull off the road and my front wheel started to sink the instant they went off the road. And I came to the conclusion that, yeah, this is going to get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't even pull off the road to park and walk to the site, which the site's about probably not quite half a mile, probably about a quarter mile off the road. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that the part calls this one.
Yep, this one's done.
Okay.
I have 4-wheel drive. That's all until this winter. when I have time to play with these.
Yeah. Unfortunately, y'all got to wait a little bit. We don't want to make you wait.
No,
But,
it's just...
yeah. What am I saying? I'm so far behind on posting these things.
Well,
It may not be waiting for you. It might actually be the next week. Who knows?
that's true. I don't know. I don't know where we are. I just know right now I'm working. I don't have a day off this week, and I'm working 12-hour days.
Yeah.
10 to 12-hour days. So.
Yeah. Well, to actually pull back the curtain a little bit, our posting schedule is done on purpose. These are done way in advance of when y'all see these, because he actually does have a secondary job, and especially this time of year, he rarely ever gets time to do any wrenching. So if I posted immediately after every time he did a job, it would be like July, August, September, and October. You wouldn't see a video. So,
and with this, normally when I do, it's like this. I have to fix it right then because I have to have the vehicle again.
True.
But
yeah, let's go see that tire.
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
A wonderful tire.
Wonderful tire.
The thing that made up my mind, I was back and forth on whether I'll do it, I won't do it, I'll do it, I won't do it. I'll just pump up the tire. I think this might be the problem. If you can't see that on camera, it is split all the way along.
We can see that. That's why we got the upgrade.
Yeah.
In the immortal words of, well, somebody, there's a problem.
Yeah. I am actually still going to try to get some slime and slime this tire up. And since I don't use it at high speed, I barely use it on road, not counting the paved roads connecting things, and continue it in use for the time being. But yeah, I'm not sure that's even going to work. And it's definitely not safe for highway speeds at this point.
Well, he's at least going to try to get it repairable enough to where we can get it somewhere and get the tire changed.
Yeah.
May not actually do much driving on it, because if he does, his friends will kill him before his truck does.
I have a spare. I have no jack, but I have a spare.
Like I said, his friends will kill him before his truck does.
Come on, I've driven on a whole lot worse.
Yes.
There is tread, and you don't see metal.
This ain't Vice Grip Garage. You ain't got to try to travel 600 miles on that.
Well, I did that on that. That's actually less dry rotted than the tires I was driving on that thing.
Yes. And how much did we try to kill you about that?
You didn't that much, that badly.
Yeah.
I think you would have bugged me more if you realized that the tires I put on it to replace the ball dry rot ones were older than the ones that came off. I still have 2 of those tires. They're spares.
Okay. All right. So if any of you out there want your own show after I kill the host of this one.
Hey, my tires haven't done it yet.
Yet.
Although I did throw stuff at one of your cars with some of my tires before.
Yes. This is when we first met you. Yes, I first met you. I remember this. This is the reason why he's actively trying to kill himself. We're trying to keep him alive.
Hey, it was on a trailer, and it did fine.
The trailer did fine. You're right. The tubes were okay. You was driving. I think at the end of it, we're driving around on the inner tubes that was inside the tire. There was no tire
there's
left.
Still nylon there, and in those tires' defense, they did make it through Korea.
He's not kidding. 1950.
They were dated 1950.
Yes.
Well, they were dated 1958, I think. So they were the second set of tires on that trailer, because that trailer was from 53.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, it's a full-time job to keep him from killing himself, folks.
Hey, I do all right.
Okay.
You know, and it still is holding air. Just not much.
No. Not much at all. Alrighty. So,
Until next time.
see, that's y'all have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe.
I've got the sun in my eyes.
On purpose, yes. So the sun is not in the camera.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I know, but I can't see anything. The
Okay, we'll
thing,
walk.
No. The problem is the shed over there with the aluminum roof
Yeah.
is working at a perfect mirror, so I have the sun and then 3 reflections of the sun.
Okay, you can step 4
I'm
steps.
over here.
There we go. Okay. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted,
I could not see.
if you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you did not enjoy this content and you stuck around this far,
Find someone to torture it with.
yes, thanks for hanging out, and share it with one of your enemies. After all, why should you suffer alone?
Yes.
And as always, stay safe out there.
Until next time.